Well, 'tis the season. Fall is upon us. Cold weather, leaves falling, and constant rain. Today I'm going to be showing you the top locations where water can be getting in your Squarebody. My 1991 GMC Suburban R1500, the last year of the Squarebody. And today I'm going to show you where she liked to leak and how we fixed it. If you have water on your floor, on the driver's side, odds are that leak is coming from one of two locations. First, water likes to come down here, follow this channel and run down there, right? Well, sometimes it'll run into where your fuse panel is, and it'll get in there. As you can see, there's wetness on it right now. Sometimes it'll leak in there, but then also down here where all the wiring comes into the cab, right there, there'll be a rubber plug. Well, that plug will get bad, or it'll crack, dry out, whatever the case may be, and then water will follow that wiring right into the cab and on the floor. So goop it up with a bunch of goop like I did. I use blue Permatex, whatever, it's fine. Another spot on the driver's side, the windshield channel seal. If you follow the windshield channel seal right here, water likes to get in, follow all the way down and around, and it'll drip down right there on the firewall on the inside and also wind up on the floor. So what I did to address that was every year I re-silicone this. So I start up here and then I re-silicone the windshield all the way down and over there. That's what works for me, and no dripping there. Another source of leaks is going to be your windows, window channel seals. Your wing window seals can leak, or your door seals can leak. They get flattened out, wear out, and they drip. Most times the wetness will be there on your seat though, if that's the case. Now if your leak is on the passenger side floor, here's where you're going to want to look. Obviously it's going to be all the same things, you know, for door seals, wing seals, not sweep seals, door channel seals, but usually that's there and there. If it's on your floor here, most people are going to think heater core. Oh God, it's your heater core, it's leaking. Trust me, you usually know when it's your heater core. If it ain't gray and it don't smell like coolant, then it ain't your heater core, unless you're only running straight water, in which case that's a bad idea. On the passenger side floor, if it's all over here, now it can be all those other areas, but usually it's either your kick panel vent. You'll take this off, there's 3 bolts, this cover comes off, and your kick panel vent is behind that. And that's going to have like 6 or 8 bolts and then a seal. For the kick panel seal, this is what I used. I used sponge tape, and it's the 3/8 by 3/4 one, large, fits gaps 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch, and it works great. That's what I use for around the kick panel. I'll plug a couple pictures in here so you can see. No more leaks on the floor there. Another spot on the passenger side, windshield channel seal. The same thing as the driver's side, because the water will come in right in this area, and if you'll peek down in here, you'll see it on the firewall, on the metal. You'll see it's wet, and it'll be dripping down. So every year I go along and do an entire bead all the way down here. Another location, you got to check here, not the heater core box, but here. If it's wet here and it's dripping down onto the floor, where it'll look like it's the heater core leaking, like because it's coming from that box, but it's not the heater core. Water will run down here, follow this channel, it'll get onto your heater core hoses. See my heater core right there and then the hoses? It'll get on that, and then it'll leak in along the heater core and actually drip from the heater core box. And here there's usually foam gaskets. They're not even rubber, they're foam gaskets. And they'll get dry, they'll be brittle, and it'll just do it. But as you see, there's already water down there on that pipe. So what I did was I actually did all around my blower motor box. I did all that, and then all that down there. It looks just like the stuff from factory. This is all factory, but this is actually black RTV. It's Permatex. So if it's your barn doors, if you have them, and you got leaking back here, then obviously you're gonna go, well, my barn door seals, right? Now I've changed this seal already. As you can see, it's a brand new seal all the way around, right? But this seal right here was not the source of my dripping here. It was actually this seal right here, all the way along. I couldn't find that seal, so I made it. I used this hose right here. I don't know how well you can see that. And I cut a slit all the way down it. I basically had it grab the original seal. So the original seal was there, and you can move it like a flap. I had the hose grab it, and I pushed it up there, and then I permatexed it. Actually, I think I used 3M weather stripping adhesive, and that fixed so this didn't leak anymore here. And here's my proof, if I can get this door open. See, it's dry over here, right? I have yet to do this door panel seal, this barn door seal. Look at the top there, nice and crunchy. Yeah, I haven't changed it yet. I bought the barn door seals. I did the one side, but once I realized that the leak wasn't from the barn door seal and it was from this upper seal, I never did the other side. Whatever. I fixed the leak. Why would I continue doing it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And these are the top locations to where it can leak inside your square body and how to address them, how to fix them. That way you won't have any more leaks. Now, all of us don't have money. We can't afford to pay somebody to do it. We do it ourselves. If you know of any locations where drips occur and how water gets in the cab and how to fix them, put it in the comments below. Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking or subscribing. And until next time, take care.